Welcome to Outing Journal. As you can see, I love my beloved Panasonic S5. And one of the things I love about the new Panasonic, such as the Panasonic S5, even the Micro Four Third Panasonic G9 and then the GX9, the color sign. If you would compare with any of the other manufacturer, even the Fujifilm, the color science is not comparable. I am a Fuji lover, but in my opinion, the standard profile or the neutral profile or the portrait profile of the Canon full frame is something out of this world. Normally, I do not think you need to shoot raw. I do not understand why people shoot raw with the full frame. One of my mentors taught me you only shoot raw when you're shooting with a tiny sensor, because you can increase the shadow and highlight. Because if you're shooting with anything less than 1 inch sensor, or you're shooting with a 1 inch sensor at a 6400 ISO or higher, 6400 ISO or higher, if you're using a tiny compact camera with a tiny sensor, then you should use RAW. But I don't understand why people shoot RAW with APS-C, Macro Four Third and full frames. Yeah, full frame really don't need any kind of RAW. The reason people shoot RAW, there are only two reasons. One is the sharpness. If the camera default JPEG processing engine over sharpened the image, that was one of the reasons you should RAW. Another reason was that the image quality, because if you're shooting with tiny sensor, you are getting not that good image quality. It's going to be dark, it's going to be underexposed. That's why you shoot RAW. But with full frame, people shoot RAW. And another thing, I am anti-post editing. In the world of Instagram, in the world of this all social media, I am tired of looking fake images. Are you a photographer? Are you a photographer or are you a image editor? Like, are you a photographer? Are you image editor? I don't understand why people call them the photographer when they like spend like 90% of their time editing image and 10% time in the field shooting. This thing drive me nuts. This thing really drive me nuts. And enough with my rant. I want to focus on the Panasonic S5. The Panasonic S5, the standard profile. Like in this video, I'm going to show you the images. 90% of the images are shoot as standard profile. Only 10% are the combination of the neutral and portrait profile. I love Fuji color, but Fuji color is not comparable. The Fuji color are only good for the portrait or people. If you shoot anything like landscape, animal, wildlife, Fuji color are mediocre at best. So now let me switch to my Panasonic S5, and I'm using this microphone. This is the Audio Technica 80912, and I love this microphone. This is easy way. So now let me just turn on and let's jump here. This is the video quality of the Panasonic S5 standard profile, hand holding 20mm. The same focal view of the DJI Pocket 2. How good is the video quality? Let me just go from here. So yeah, Panasonic S5 20mm. How good is the video quality? I think I'm a little bit underexposed, isn't it? Let me just check the exposure. I think now better, right? So yeah, Panasonic S5. Let's come here. The vehicle is coming up here. Look, wait. So now this is with the electronic VR. This 1.1 crop, so the 20mm become electronic 2mm. How good is the video quality? How good I am?